the TGV headed to Normandy. Rest well, my bike. You and I have got a long journey ahead. Here we go. The bike's in the little car. Time to do this Normandicat. Woo! The Normandicat 900 is a self-supported bikepacking event held in northern France. The principles are that there are 8 checkpoints which you need to connect by building your own route, and because it's self-supported, you cannot have any outside assistance whatsoever. I devised my own training plan and have prepared for this event for the last 6 months. Never having done anything like this before, I didn't know how I was going to go. You'll see that this video recounts that story, and also quite a lot of messages popping up on the screen right throughout. These were messages which my friends and family spread all over the world kept sending my way, and they are a real part of this story. So keep watching to see how it all unfolds. Ooh. Ah! Ah! Oh my gosh, look, what's happening? Normandicat 9033. 3 is my lucky number, so I get 2 of them. And 9 is divisible by 3. So it's like 3 3s, 0, and then a 3 3. What the f is happening? Less than 1 hour to go. Stomach full of happy yawns, butterfly.
And pizza.
But all the messages. Max your days. Telling you what, not just maxing my day, I'm also maxing my night. See how we go.
Tout le monde a sa trace GPS. Il n'y a pas de problème particulier. Sinon, tu vas le content. Merci aux techniciens de la commune de Plunge qui ont tout monté, sans qui il n'y aurait pas d'épreuve. Encore merci. Bien, c'est parti. Allez, bonne épreuve. Salut.
See ya.
Vermutlich ziemlich genau sehen. Wir sind jemanden gefunden, mit dem ich mitfahren kann. Bella aus Australien. Und das pisst wie die Sau.
Second checkpoint, Fer de la Roque, which is pretty much just, I don't know, some sort of lighthouse over the Seine without a light. It has been horrible weather, pouring with rain for most, and really strong wind. The wind has mainly been cross headwind, but it has been a challenge and a half. Oh man, wait. Really, really hard work. Apparently that's what I signed up for. But anyway, 75 kilometres into the first day, 3.5 hours. Speed's definitely dropped with this wind. The rain has stopped now, so I'm thankful for that. Yay.
Wir fahren gerade über die Brücke, über die Seine. Das ist ganz schön windig.
Oh boy. I thought I would do a little video update and pretty much say how I'm doing. Tough first few hours, sort of pouring rain for about the first, 3 or so hours. Not a fan of the pouring rain, and windy too. So that made it tricky, but forward progress, and I did that. It's actually joined by a German lady called Stevie. A bit of a sad story for her actually. Her husband was meant to be joining with her, but there was a death in the family, so he had to pull out. So she joined me for a bit. And then she's off sleeping now, so I left her, I don't know, probably 20 or 30 kilometres ago. But it's just, I think it's just after 5, which is magic hour, because even though it's grey, a bit damp, the birds are singing! Ooh. It was really cool. Mind you, the first birds I heard were peacocks, and can I just say, peacocks? Well, peacocks sound really scary the best of times, and certainly when you haven't slept all night. Anyway, the birds are singing. I think my next checkpoint is 30-something k's away, so I'll have a short stop then. Otherwise, all is good.
You are doing so great.
Keep up the good work, Bella!
Woohoo!
Alright, well, I thought I'd give a bit of a ride update, given I haven't really done much commentating on how my day has actually gone. Oh man, it's been a big one, that's for sure. Almost at the 340 kilometre mark now. So, and I still have another 45 kilometres to go before I reach where I'm stopping for the night. So, pretty much, it rained for the majority of the night, and it was quite windy, and I'm sorry if the sound here isn't great. It's windy and it's a headwind, of course, and has been for the last 45 kilometres, and will be for the rest. Yay. But yeah, so the night was tough, but in terms of being sleepy or not being able to get through the night, I didn't have any issues with that. I was able to just push on through, and I guess it's adrenaline. It was a great moment hearing the bird song, and a really good moment when the rain stopped. So I've reached 4 checkpoints today. The Merville Battery, which came in at 11.5 kilometres. The Fer de la Roque Lighthouse Hut, which was around, I think, 76 or 77 kilometres. Then the Carmelite de Jesus, there's some portal arch. It's quite a magnificent arch actually, but in Les Forges-Seyeux, I'm sure I said that wrong. That was around 178 kilometres into the ride. I struggled a little bit after that. I stopped and had a ultra cycling feed of McDonald's. Ugh. It was necessary. Actually, just on that, breakfast was only being served. I had 3 bacon and egg McMuffins. I was really hanging for some hash browns. I was going to put some extra salt on them. They don't do hash browns here in France. What is up with that? After that, I sort of got spurred on, but it was tough going. And as I suspected, the checkpoint into Versailles was a real challenge for me. the 30 kilometres of roads leading up to it started getting busier and busier. And then to add to that, there were some really steep, punchy climbs. The worst being 14% gradient for a kilometre on a single lane, narrow road with bricked curbs either side so cars couldn't pass me. So I had the joy of a Parisian tailback for that, which wasn't fantastic. And then it was high stress, just lots of cars going everywhere. The road I was on was right next to the main A national road, périphérique, perimeter road for Paris. So it just felt nuts. And to say, I got to Versailles pretty deflated. I also hit that milestone of the first time hitting 300 kilometres. I'll blow that out of the water by the time the ride's done. I would say, having been up all night and not slept a wink, I don't actually feel tired, like sleepy. I hope I'll sleep well. The legs are sore, and I think there is a mental drain from having the build up to the event, getting going, and then all the thinking that is required. It's been tricky. Definitely on a bit of a downer at the moment, even though I should be ecstatic, happy with what I've achieved. When this ride finishes, it should be around 384 kilometres. It's blown anything I've ever done out of the water. I guess I'll look back and be proud of this, but at the moment my head's just looking towards tomorrow, and a little bit concerned about how I'll go there. Anyway, that's probably enough of seeing my face and orange helmet. So for day one, Bella out. That there is the final climb of the day. I could actually, to be honest with you, do without it, but I have no choice. Oh my goodness. I'll just focus on the poppies and the rye. Day two, woke up after that massive day one. Had a pretty good sleep, didn't know much when the alarm went off. It's quite rude setting an alarm that early. Raging headwind, and I think I'm going to have it the whole day. I knew that going into it, but it doesn't make it any nicer.
Hey Bella, you are amazing. So good to watch you go through this ride, and so exciting to see all the events and things that are happening, and I can't wait to see the finish.
Bonjour, bonjour. Early morning on day two. I've just gone through checkpoint number 5, the old Priory or Holy Trinity Priory ruins in Beaumont-les-Rochers. It was funny when I rolled in there, I could see these two legs sort of sticking out from a wall. It's like, oh, what's going on there? Then I saw a bike, so it's someone else in this event. I don't know which direction they're going. And then when I rolled out, there was another rider rolling in. It's quite interesting, sort of. I've had lots of commentary from friends saying, oh, such and such is just ahead of you, or you're gaining on such and such. And I'm like, to me, it's not been part of my mantra for this event. Like, this event is for me and me alone. I haven't signed up to try and finish at a certain time or a certain placement in the field. It's, can I do this? But had a really good night's sleep. Good night's sleep. A few hours of sleep. The alarm went off at like 3:30. Not nice. And I have a fairly big day ahead of me today. The only other real thing to report is that my legs don't feel too bad, but my sit bones are on fire. Oh! There's going to be a lot of saddle cramp today. Lastly, there is no, well actually, let me put it this way. The best definition of cruelty is making somebody ride through a French village early in the morning where you can smell beautiful smells from the boulangerie that won't open for another hour and a half. Oh, freshly baked croissants and bread wafting through the air. But yeah, nothing's open for a while yet. So we'll have to sort that out soon in another town. Anyway, that's a little cheeky ride update. I'll try and do a few of them if I can. It's all just about putting my head down and keeping these pedals turning. You! Well, low moment of the trip, and I knew I would get a low moment, so it's not surprising. This is checkpoint number 6. Funny, I visualise this checkpoint so differently. 1, beautiful sunny day. Clock that it's drizzling and shitty and grey and you can't see anything. 2, just the elation of getting to this checkpoint and, you know, all the niceness, but to get here. 2 big, very steep climbs, not very long, like a kilometre each, but long enough. Yeah, the first one was really tough, and I think 17 or 18%, but I got up it. I didn't think I was going to. And the second one really kicked my ass. Got to 20, I started posting letters. I've never done that before in my life. Hit 22%, and then there was just no end in it, and I just bailed on the climb. And I actually walked for about 200 or 300 metres. Feels like a bit of a fail. But that's not the end of it. I was expecting then that this temple would be at the top of that beast of a climb, but it's not. It's down a one-way road which goes steeply downhill. So now I have to retrace my steps back up there, and I'm sure because this is on camera this doesn't look steep, but I got to go way, way high, and I'm tired. Really want to have a cry, but I won't. Just had some food to eat and dealt with my saddle sores. I'll get through this, but yeah, far out. Checkpoint 6, you are an ass kicker. A sore ass kicker. Out. Oh, bonjour or bonsoir. The town I just went through, the bells rang for 9 o'clock in the evening. Oh, it's been a day, a real day. Real struggle, mental side. Oddly enough, my legs feel fine. Like, sorry if I squeeze them, but the legs are fine. My sit bones are not, and that's been really plaguing me, and had to stop quite a lot to take care of that, and that meant that I was doubting, how am I going to do the distance today, you know, what, and all sorts. At one stage I passed a sign for Caen, which is very close to the finish, because this route sort of traverses Normandy, sort of circle back nearly where you came from. It was only 30 kilometres away, and it took everything I had in me not to make that deviation and scratch. But I'm still in it. For the majority of the day, well, for half of the day it was sort of raining, heavy drizzle and rain. Not great, but you can see here behind my face it's all blue sky, which is nice now. I've hit all checkpoints bar one, so one more to go tomorrow. Today will be 315 kilometres in the bag, which if you add it on to yesterday's tally takes me to close to 700 kilometres in 2 days. Which if you'd asked me if I could do that even 2 weeks ago, I would have said no way. And it's it's been such a struggle, but I'm really glad that I've pushed through. No idea how tomorrow is going to go. That will be an interesting story, still remaining to be told. tell you what, I went through some really lumpy territory, and when I was at my lowest was when the hills came thick and fast. There was one climb and it went for 7.8 kilometres. I felt like it was decent enough that it deserved to have a summit sign, and it didn't have anything. But yeah, I was in really lumpy country and it's been a lot of elevation gain, which takes it out of me mentally as well. Anyway, that's day 2 almost done with. A real struggle, I mean physically as well, but the biggest struggle was in the head today. But, oh my gosh, it'll be 212 kilometres for day 3 and let's see how we go. Good morning, dot watchers. Day 3. Woo! Well, last night finished amazingly, arriving at a chateau. That's a bit of luxury, and I had a welcoming party at the driveway. I also had, I think, I don't know, 200 or 300 metres of heavy chipped gravel driveway to negotiate, which you can imagine my tender sit bones were maybe not super thrilled about. But the hosts at the chateau were amazing. They had prepared me a special massive pot of like creamy... Sorry, just got chased by a fucking dog! Oh my god! Anyway, the drama continues. They prepared me a pot of creamy lardon and champignon mushroom pasta, not to mention a massive spread of baguettes, salad, cheeses, hams, and then get this for breakfast. They've given me a bag to take away, so I've got like bananas, I had cornflakes, orange juice, all that sort of stuff, quiche, and they weren't sure how many pastries I needed. It's quite funny. They bought about 10. I've taken 6 with me. Anyway, that should mean that I may not need to stop because I'm loaded up with food. And then here's the real kicker. They would not let me pay a single cent towards all the food. Just amazing. So, new dot watching fans. I think now just over 200 kilometres to go. Just, what a crazy statement. They still have to be ridden. My derriere is still in raw hide damage land. Oh my goodness. I thought I bought heaps of chamois cream with me, and I did. I tell you what, every ounce is going to get used. Anyway, keep watching, keep tracking. Please keep sending through the messages. I really need them. Yesterday was a day full of doubts. I nearly pulled out, but somehow 312 or whatever kilometres came out of the bag. Let's see what's possible, guys. All right, bye. Well, here I am, early Saturday morning at checkpoint number 8, Fair de Jeudi, or Guri. I'm not sure if they pronounce the G, je or ge for this one, but either way, I'm here, the sun is shining, the wind is blowing. It's been really, really lumpy riding to get to here, and I have to retrace my steps for some of this route, so it will be really, really lumpy getting out of here as well and straight into a climb. But feeling all the happiness just to be here. Such a big deal. Okay, home stretch, I think about another 150 kilometres still to go, but I'm just feeling great.
Bella! 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 Go Bella!
Well, day 3. It's been a long time since I've updated from the lighthouse. Wow, what a day. I've only got 25 kilometres to go. I apologise if the audio is horrendous because, let's face it, the wind is horrendous. It's blue sky and I'm trying to look at the positives. I feel like I'm going to get there. Still 25 kilometres and I guess anything could happen in that time, but it's been a struggle. My left knee's been blowing up a little bit and I need to shuffle in the seat quite a lot. I brought what I thought was about a month's worth of chamois cream with me on this trip and I've nearly run out, so it's an idea of how much I'm on fire there. But yeah, let's see, 25 k's to go. Oh gosh, I really hope I can make it. Oh my gosh. I'm just about to take the final turn. Whee! Oh, I don't know what I'm thinking. What have I just done? Like, oh gosh. Navigation's run out, I think I remember.
Hey Bella, I'm bummed to miss the culmination of your race. Since you began this epic journey, you're the last thing I think of before sleep and the first when I wake. You are an inspiration, Bella, and I am ridiculously proud of you. I'm wrapping you in a big hug with lots of love all day until you cross the finish line.
Far out. What an experience. Oh, hey mate. Oh, almost there. That's Tom, who is which way is it? Oh, that way? Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
You're here. You don't have to sit in the seat anymore.
I don't have to sit in that good seat anymore.
Yay, diggity!
Yay, diggity, you did it. You're here. You don't have to sit in the seat anymore.
I don't have to sit in that good seat anymore.
Here we go. Photo.
Well done, Bella!
The messages of support I received throughout the entirety of this ride are a huge part of this story. I'm so thankful to all of my family and friends. You were there with me every pedal stroke. Wow, 66 hours and 12 minutes. By far and away, Normandicat 900 is the hardest thing I've ever done. This is what I looked like the morning after. I still can't believe it. 913 kilometers. All that climbing, so many calories burnt, but I did it. All the highs, all the lows. Oh, and remember that rider I met in the early hours of the first day, Stevie? Well, we caught up after the event. Had a nice walk along the cliffs, lay back and thought, we don't need to ride our bikes for a little while longer yet. Well, I turned up to that start line with a head full of doubts, but I answered all of my own questions. It's been tough, it's been real. Ultra cycling's taught me so much. I've left with new friendships, and maybe I am thinking of doing something like this again. Say what?